Hi everyone, I'm excited to introduce a new addition to the Konveyor AI ecosystem, the Solution Server. It helps Kai get smarter with every migration by learning from your team's past efforts. In large organizations, migration challenges often repeat. The same fixes are done again and again across projects. Solution Server helps change that. It's a new component that builds organizational memory, learning from past migrations, and helping Kai offer better suggestions in the future. It essentially turns every accepted or rejected change into actionable insight. Let's zoom in on the challenge. Right now, Kai works well, but every user is on their own. If someone fixes tricky issue manually, that knowledge does not go anywhere. There is no shared memory. So, the next person has to reinvent the wheel. That's not scalable. Solution Server solves this by remembering and learning what works. Now imagine this, a centralized brain that learns across your organization, across apps and teams. It captures data from every migration, including manual edits, accepted changes, and even rejected suggestions, and uses that information to improve future results. This means Kai isn't just generating isolated fixes anymore. It's becoming more informed and more consistent over time, reducing repeated manual work and helping teams modernize faster together. Here's how it works. First, if enabled, Kai sends migration data to a central component running in the hub. This includes the type of issue found and the before and after code. Then, the solution server processes this data to extract insights based on how users responded to similar issues in the past. And these insights called migration hints. And finally, when Kai sees this issue again, it uses those hints to provide better context to LLM to improve results. Let's break down the two important features. First, migration hints. These are smart suggestions based on previous fixes. And second, migration success metrics. This tells you how well each rule is performing. Together, these give you more confidence in automation and help Kai improve continuously. Under the hood, Solution Server runs as a Model Context Protocol server. That means it's easy to plug into existing infrastructure and leaves room for future components to be added. To summarize everything we have covered so far, Kai on its own helps developer generate migration fixes, but it doesn't retain knowledge across projects. When you add the solution server, that changes. Kai starts learning from past migrations. It gains visibility into what worked before, adapts over time, and reduces repeated manual effort across your teams. Now let's walk through the demo scenario. Let's assume we are in a large healthcare organization with multiple applications. The goal is to upgrade all these applications from version 1 of a custom audit library running on Java 8 to a modernized version on Java 21, where file system-based logs are replaced with streamable logs. The challenge is that these apps depend on custom libraries and internal patterns that have evolved over years. Generic LLM don't understand this context, making migrations harder and repetitive. This is exactly the problem we want to address with Solution Server. We will start migrating App 1, the inventory management system. Kai generates a fix, but it isn't fully correct. So the developer manually adjusts it and accepts the change. That accepted fix is captured by the solution server as a part of context learning and stored as a migration hint and success metrics. Over time, This builds an aggregated organizational context. Now, when we are migrating app 2, Kai retrieves the migration hint from app 1. The LLM now has both the incident description and the previously observed fix as a context. With that added context, it generates a more accurate fix and reducing manual effort and makes every migration smarter than the last. Now let's look into the demo. We will start by migrating app 1 inventory management. I have already created a migration profile to move from Java 8 to Java 21. The target is set to OpenJDK 21 and I'm using custom rules along with the default rules. After running the analysis, Kai returns a list of migration incidents. The one I will focus on is the second incident, where the file system audit logger needs to be replaced with a streamable audit logger. When I select this incident, a resolution window opens and it streams AI reasoning and a preview of an updated file. There are a few different ways to review the changes. You can go through each update one by one or open a side-by-side diff view where the right-hand side is editable. Since this is a custom library, LLM didn't generate a perfect solution. It updated some references, but a few definitions still need to be adjusted manually, and I'll make those changes here. Once I save and accept the solution, a new analysis is triggered. If the incident has been resolved correctly, it's removed from the list, and in our case, it has been removed. Now let's switch to the database to see how this information is processed. Since I'm starting with a fresh database, let's reload and refresh the data. Here we can see generated migration hints along with the before and after code changes and the hints produced by the LLM for the future migrations. Now let's move on to app 2. I have already run the analysis here using the same migration profile as app 1. And here I am requesting a fix from the LLM for the same incident we fixed in app 1. That completes the migration for app 2. With the solution server, Kai applied the fix more accurately by reusing the migration hint from app 1. This reduces repeated manual effort and makes each migration smarter than the last.